Sexual intercourse, good or bad before marriage? Well, so many people see this as an evil thing. Some people see it as a notorious thing to do. Some people also see it as an abomination. Maybe depending on your culture, your tradition, your customs. But sex before marriage is not evil. It's not a bad thing after all. Okay, let me tell you this. It is always good to know the sexual performance of your spouse even before you get married to him or her. This will help you to know how to handle it when the time comes. When you are able to know the sexual performance of your spouse in relationship, it will help you a lot in your marriage. But when you don't know anything about that, about your spouse, especially his sexual performance in bed, and you get married to him or her, and you find out there are so many things lacking behind, you start running helter skelter to put things in place, to put things in order. This is something that should have been done in the past few years before you guys got married. But because you are so ignorant, because you are so being too biblical and so spiritual, you underestimated it, you underrated it. Now you have yourself to blame. But I want to quickly say something. So many of the pastors are out there preaching to us, telling us all sort of things about sex, telling us it's not good until you get married. But how many of you pastors are able not to have sex with single ladies? Even during visiting, during your one-on-one cancellation with these single ladies. So many of you are committing all sort of atrocities, even when you are not supposed to do such things. You preach what you don't practice. What are you? Should I call you a sabotage, or should I call you a hypocrite? If you are new to my channel or you are seeing me for the first time, you are watching my video for the first time, I want to officially welcome you to Everyday with Sensor. As you are watching, may God bless you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and put out your comments on the comment section. And please turn your notification bell on, for it will help notify you each time I post a new video. Thank you. For my returning subscribers, I want to say thank you for always coming through for me. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support towards this channel. I love you guys. From me to you. Quickly, let's dive into the topic. But before I dive into the topic proper, I want to play a video of a Nollywood actress, Eukarya Anunobi. That's her name. Sorry if I pronounced it wrongly. Eukarya Anunobi. Yeah. So many of you know this actress. I think she's now an evangelist. So many of us know her very well. Now, I want to talk about, or rather I'll play a video for you about what she said about marriage, or rather sex before marriage in that video. Now, that video really captured my mind. That video was really captivating, so I really have to, that even pushed me more to talk about this. Because we have been deceived so much by our so-called pastors. We have been deceived so much by our so-called evangelists. We have been deceived so much by our so-called prophet and prophetess. They preach one thing today to you, they ask you not to do this, but behind you they are doing it. So who is fooling who? I really love this video because I love the content of that video. I really love what she preached. I really love what she said in that video. And that really captured my mind towards saying this thing. So let us watch and hear her out.
What's this whole noise about no sex before marriage? How can anyone say that someone should not indulge in sexual activity with someone who has already proposed? I mean, I don't understand. The proponents of this whole wicked agenda of no sex before marriage must be completely out of their minds. Yes, if they are not out of their minds, how can they recommend such a wicked thing? Okay, let me ask this question. How do I get to know if my intended is good in bed? I think I know the answer. I know the answer to the wickedness that lies in the heart of these proponents of this wicked principle. They are castrated eunuchs. They are eunuchs and frigid females. Yes. If they are not eunuchs and frigid females, how can they want to impose their dryness, their dry life upon the lives of others? Oh yes, you know what? I think their libido is dead. Yes, their sex drive has gone down to zero. That is why they will say that we that are hot-blooded, should be like them. But we can't be like them. How can they think we can be like them? Not to have sex with someone that I'm completely and sexually attracted to? I mean, someone has already proposed to marry me. I have proposed to marry a lady, and someone say I should not get to know her. No, something is definitely wrong with these people. They are not of this world, because if they are of this world, they will understand that it is not easy to stay and be looking at someone that you're attracted to and not go under the sheets.
I believe you guys learned something from that video. Now, adding to it, sex before marriage is a good thing. For me, even before watching that video, I've always told myself it is a good thing. Do you know why? One, you'll be able to know the sexual performance of your man or your woman in bed before getting married to that person. When you find out that that guy can satisfy you very well in bed, then he is the right man for you. Then you can proceed marrying the person. When you find out that his sexual performances are in accordance with your own, then you can proceed. And when you cannot, and for any reason does not like his sexual performances in bed, then how do you expect that lady to get married to such man? So do you want her to get married to her? Tomorrow they'll start running from hospital to the other to find solution to the problem. That is the need for expressing sex before marriage. That is just the need for it. That is the need for it. You need to experience sex before getting married to your spouse. It is very important. Anyone telling you not to have sex before getting married to that man or to that woman, that person doesn't want your progress. That person doesn't want you to be fruitful when you eventually get married to that person. Sex before marriage determines if that man will be good in bed or not, or if that woman can really give you sex just the way you want before getting married to her or before getting married to him. That is number one. Number two, some guys love their women to be pregnant before they start making, or before they start going to the girl's family to see her parents. This is another opportunity. Like, I'm not being against whatever you believe, but this is me. I'm being real. I'm being telling you the fact. So many guys out there doesn't want to get involved in all kind of marriage wahala, maybe childlessness or whatsoever, before they want to really experience everything in the relationship before diving into marriage, and they want to start making the baby before settling down with any woman. Do you understand this? They don't want to be hooked by any problem or whatsoever in marriage. This is the second reason why you must have to indulge in sex before marriage. If you want your partner to get pregnant for you before you walk on the aisle with her, then it's an opportunity for you to indulge in sexual intercourse before marriage, for you to know how fertility she can be, for you to know if she can really give you what you want when you walk down the aisle with her. That is number two. Number three, you know, it is not all girls that love to have sex for a long time. It is not all girls that love to have sex 3 rounds, 4 rounds, or 5 rounds in a day. But there are guys that are like that. Also, there are girls that are like that. So you need to really exercise your sexual performance to know if that girl or that guy can really perform just the way you want. How do I mean? You want sex in the morning, you want sex in the afternoon, you also want sex at night. Will that girl be able to give it to you just that way? This time around, it is more than satisfying her or him. This time around, it is how long or how well you can perform for me in bed. That is just it. Pleasure, the fun, how sexy, how erotic you can be at that moment. He needs it or she needs it. That is it. That is one of the reasons why sexual intercourse should be practiced before marriage. I am not against your belief. I am not against your wish. I am not against your custom, your tradition. Whatever you believe, that is to you. But this is what I want you to know. It is very important. I need you to know this. You still be the one to start crying when your wife is not giving birth after 2 years, 3 years, 5 years in your marriage. You'll still be the one that will start shouting. You'll still be the one that will kick her out of the house to bring another person to have babies for you. These are the things you should correct before you get married to that person. These are the things the things you should know. It is not all about getting married to the person. It is all about how he or she can really perform in bed. Is she willing to have sexual intercourse for a long time with you in bed? Is she willing to make at least a baby for you before you walk down the aisle with her? Is she willing to be patient with you? Is she really willing to give you what you want before walking down the aisle with her? Let's forget about our beliefs. Let's forget about the spiritualities. Let's forget about what the Bible said right now. Let's focus on individuals. Let's focus on what we are about to gain in this. And also what we are about to face and what we are about not to gain from this. It is very important. I must tell you, sex before marriage, when you experience it, you're able to know the sexual performances of your spouse before walking down the aisle with your partner. It's very important. Like when I kind of posted such on my Facebook page, people were like saying, I'm going against the will of God, I'm going against the Bible, why am I twisting this? I was like telling them, Some of you out there saying this are experiencing such in your relationships, but you will not speak up, rather, you will die in silence. And when you finally get married, you start facing the consequences, and it will lead you sometime to divorce or something else, which is not what we pray for in our marriages. So the sooner you correct these impressions, the better for you, because you don't know what tomorrow might be. You don't know what tomorrow might turn out to be for you in your marriage. So it's better for you to correct this and not see it as a mistake in your marriage. Because when you work towards it, when you correct it, and you find some solutions towards these problems, because when you start experiencing sex before marriage, you might find out that your spouse has some infections. You might find out that your spouse does not last long in bed. You might find out that there are also some sexual diseases, some sexual or erectile dysfunction in him. Then it is time for you to start working it out. It is time for you to take up medications that will help you so that you don't experience such in your marriage. When you live untreated diseases lying down in your system, it might bring up so many things in your marriage. It might bring up problems in your marriage. It might bring up infertility in your marriage. So when you are able to have sexual intercourse, you'll be able to notice these things and solve these problems once and for all. Thank you, viewers, for watching my videos, and I hope you love the content of this video. Please, if you do, don't forget to put down your comment on the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching my video. I still remain Emmanuel, and I bring you peace, love, and please don't cause trouble. Always remain faithful to your partner. Stay away from flirting.